Hi, welcome to CNY Woman Knits and Crochets. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY on both Ravelry and Instagram. Welcome back if you are coming back, and if you're coming for the first time and you like what you see, please subscribe below. Hit the notification bell, give a thumbs up, that helps other people find the podcast, and comment below. My standard question is always, what project are you working on? And that would be an ideal thing to ask yourself right now. You can pause the video if you like and go grab a project. This is going to be a WIP session. That's a work in progress session where I'm going to be with you for half an hour or so, and we'll knit or crochet together. Today I'm going to crochet. I'll show you what I'm working on and show you a little bit of yarn for a future project. What I'm wearing is the Airy Stripes cardigan by Red Heart. It is originally calls for Red Heart Bitty Stripes and Red Heart Super Saver. I used Big Twist in the black. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a black there. I'm wearing a black shirt underneath. And then I use Roll With It Melange in Autograph. I used 3 balls to make the size that I needed, and then I used a little bit of the Big Twist in black. I changed the pattern slightly. It calls for V-neck and buttons, and what I did was just made these panels as straight as I could. I'm not a crochet expert, and my skills are beginner to intermediate, and it's the first crocheted garment I ever made, so I figured I would make it easier on myself, and I didn't do buttons. It's just an open front cardigan. And what I'm working on is the Grateful blanket. I cannot remember. Pretty Peaceful, I think is her name. Something along those lines. I will link to it. Her name on Ravelry is Susan E. Kennedy. And it is just double crochet. It is not anything complicated. And I'm using Karen Colorama Halo in the blue raspberry colorway. I'll get that as close as I can so you can see. I've got natural light coming in, but I think I'll turn on this light. Gives you a little better idea of what's there. This Colorama Halo is a number 5 bulky weight. It's 71% acrylic, 18% nylon, and 11% polyester. It's 8 ounces, 227 grams, 481 yards, 440 meters. And I'm using 2 cakes of it. I started from the outside at the bottom. And what I did, the bottom of my blanket looks like this. It has an edge on it. I don't know if you can see that or not because the yarn's really fuzzy. But what I did was I did a chain, and then I went into the back bumps on the chain, and that way you get the chain kind of sticking out lengthwise. And I'm to here, so I'm to the pink, and that is what I will be working on today. I'm just going to stick that on the floor. That'll be easy. I'm using a size J crochet hook, and this also comes in a larger size. You take this out of the bag. You can get this through Yarn Inspirations and Joann's. It comes in a larger size, much larger. As you can see, about twice as large. Let's see what the yardage on this is. It's 1,059 yards or 968 meters. It's 500 grams or 17.6. So it is, let's see, 481 It's over 1,000 meters over, sorry, it's over 100 meters more, because this would be 880 meters for two of these, and this is 968 meters, so it's over two cakes. This color is kind of purple and pink, and it's called Purple Orchid. I bought this one from Joann's when it was on sale. Again, this is Colorama Halo Perfect Phasing from Karen. So that kind of gives you an idea of, you know, you could, and I'm making a baby blanket. It's this wide across. And then all I'm doing is double crochet with turning chains. Very, very easy. It's called the Grateful Blanket. I'll try and link to the tutorial below, and then there is a written pattern that is on Ravelry as well. It's somebody, like I said, it's somebody else's pattern. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing. So I thought I would crochet today, and we can talk a little bit about what I'm doing in 2025. I already did a video of a hashtag I'm going to be using, which will be SYYS 2025. That is Shop Your Yarn Stash 2025. I'll be posting that on Instagram. I will be using my stash this year. Probably not buying yarn for a long time. I have 13 totes of yarn right now, and two bookcases full of yarn. I don't need to buy yarn. I'm going to be making blankets again for Project Linus. I had time off this year because I have been out of work since September 17th was my surgery. I've been out of work since then. My last day at work was September 16th. I looked for a new job. My company wound up going out of business. Well, I was out over the last few months. And I have procured a new job. I will be starting on Monday. Today is Friday, the 3rd. I will be starting a new job bright and early on the morning of the 6th. So that's good. I will not have as much time on my hands because I'll be working 40 hours a week. So you will not see as much content as you have over the last few months. I've recorded every couple of days or at least once a week. I may be going to a bi-weekly schedule depending on what I get done. It all depends. If I don't have something done, I'm not going to record because there's no sense in showing you something again and again that you've seen before. This blanket I started on yesterday, and I'm almost through the first cake. I'll probably get through the second cake before the weekend is up. And then I have 3 more blankets. No, I have 2 more blankets and a scarf on hooks and needles. I have another blanket by this same designer, Susan Kennedy. I think it's called Pretty Peaceful. I'm almost sure that it is. And it's called the Life Is Not a Race blanket. It works stitches, double crochets in between stitches. I don't know what that particular stitch is called. I just know that it's pretty easy. It creates a woven effect. She does have a video on it. If I show that blanket the next time, I will link to that tutorial. I like her way of teaching. It's a simple project to work on, and it helps me because I like simple projects to make charity blankets out of. it's really good for me to do that way. Personal life, I went to friend's house for New Year's. They're good friends of mine. They're a married couple. I brought my crochet project with me, or my knitting project with me, and worked on that. I was doing a diagonal fleece blanket with Bernat Forever Fleece Finer, which is a discontinued yarn. It's a number 5 bulky weight that I got in a mystery box, and I was knitting that with size 10 needles, a circular needle, because it was like the old dishcloth where you knit one, yarn over, yarn over, and then knit the rest of the row. And then for the decrease side, when you get to the number of stitches you want, you start doing decreases. So what you get is a triangle at the bottom. You start out with a few stitches, you keep doing the increases, 1 increase every row with the yarn over. And then when you get to the decrease side, what you do is knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, knit the rest of the row until you get down to the number of stitches that you originally cast on. And that seems like it took forever. I got done with that yesterday, and I'm very glad I'm done with it. I used up the yarn. I had a little bit left over, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to toss it because I don't need it for anything else, and it's not big enough to make anything else with it. There are a few hundred yards left. I suppose I could make a hat, but I really don't want to. I have some regular Forever Fleece that's in one of these totes. It's way towards the bottom, so you probably won't see it until next fall. Because what I'm doing is, as I go through the totes, we're just going through the totes. We're grabbing the totes. We are working our way through. This was on a bookshelf, so I grabbed it off the bookshelf because I saw this blanket and I was like, it's a simple baby blanket. I can handle this. Double crochet, good way to do double crochets and get my edges even, with a turning chain. So, I can complete something, have the edges be even because I know how to do the stitch properly now. And I don't crochet quickly. I compared with somebody like Juan the Yarn Addict. He goes and you almost can't see how fast his hook is going. I am a much slower crocheter because crocheting has come more in the last couple of years. Crocheting blankets is easier for me. That's what I do, is crochet the blankets. I usually do not knit blankets because it takes longer. It takes less yarn to knit, but crochet goes a whole heck of a lot faster than knitting. This sweater, for instance, didn't take that long. I had to fix the sleeve on it. The first time I sewed it up, I sewed it so it had a seam on the outside somehow because I had it turned the wrong way, and I had used a slip stitch on it. So all I did was cut one end, pull that slip stitch out like you would pull the potato bag open, and then I pulled the sleeve inside out and slip stitched it shut. So now I have a sweater that I can actually wear because the seam is correct now. So like I said, I went over to friends for New Year's Eve, hung out with them until about 10:30, and then I came home. Just relaxed. The next day, I've been watching a lot of YouTube. I don't really want to watch the news with everything that went on New Year's Day. My heart goes out to those people who have been affected by the acts of terrorism, both in Las Vegas and in New Orleans. So I can't even imagine. So I've been trying to keep my mind off the news while they do those investigations and tell those stories. I don't want to get too depressed. This time of year, depression kind of sets in, and I already have clinical depression that is controlled with medication. So I crochet to keep my mind busy. I've been watching some YouTube videos. The Bakery Bears just released a new video that I was watching this morning. I can't watch it all at once because they record like 2-hour videos every couple of weeks. It's a very good podcast if you like knitting. It's a husband and wife team out of England, and they're very interesting. They do other things besides knitting. They've done productions about castles and the rise and fall of the monasteries in England. I can't remember the guy's name. There's a wall in England that's very famous. I can't remember. Somebody in the audience will know what it is and can just put in the comments what it is. But you can go watch the Bakery Bears. It's free to watch them. They do ask if you like what you see, you can become a member for their channel. I do not have memberships for my channel. I'm not big enough to have memberships, and I don't do anything special. I have a little over 600 subscribers. I don't produce 4,000 hours of watch time a month, which is what you have to do in order to be monetized. I don't know if I'm ever going to get to that point because I don't record enough content to do that. Like I said, I'm going to be working a full-time job, so I'm not going to be able to record like other people do, and I'm not comfortable going live. I did try going live once for about 5 minutes, and in that 5 minutes, I got somebody who was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and I was like, "Done." It wasn't a female. Let's put it that way. It wasn't a female, and I wasn't ready to deal with that. I was just like, beep, done. It was like a test run. So I'm not ready to moderate the chat, so I'm not ready to go live. I probably will never go live. I'm more comfortable just talking into the camera. These Wip Sessions are a stretch for me too. Like I said, today's Friday the 3rd, so I'm working on my project. I like that color changing yarn. It has kind of a gradient effect. This one changes more abruptly than the other one because it's got 2 tones in it. It'll get gradually darker. Pink will get gradually darker. And then what I'll do is I'll start in the middle of the cake with the pink on the next cake, and then it'll go out to a blue again. So it's the blue and the raspberry. It's been snowing around here, more so up north of us than down here. We got some snow over the last couple of days. We're supposed to get some snow over the next couple of days, and then hopefully Monday when I go to work it's not snowing. Although my ride to work will be short, which is good. My furnace guy was here today, just doing his regular checkup on my 18-year-old furnace. So, and everything's fine, thank goodness. we want to get as many years out of that as we can. I'm doing well on my after surgery diet. I will be going in for an appointment next Thursday. I'll be going in Thursday morning for my 3-month appointment. Doesn't seem possible, but I'll be going in for my 3-month appointment and getting that time off of work, which I'm sure they're going to be thrilled about. The first week of work, I'm going to be asking for time off. Then the second week of work, I'm asking for time off. And then I'm asking for a day in February where I have 2 doctor's appointments. So, joy of my life. But you've got to get those doctor's appointments in. It's not like I can put those off. Projects, I'm knitting a diagonal scarf. It's actually like on the bias. It's a Lion brand pattern with Scarfy. Scarfy is a yarn that looks like this. This is stuff I got the other day that was on clearance that I had ordered in December. This one is Iron to Umber, and they sent me 2. I don't know that I ordered 2, but they sent me 2. And I also got fancy sock blockers now. I got 2 fancy sock blockers, and they are stainless steel. They were on clearance for $6.40. So that'll be nice for displaying socks when I knit socks again. I have a lot of sock yarn right up here and here. This is a color I got for Christmas, Felici from Knit Picks, called Buddy. I got 2 of those. I've got some Christmas yarn from Mary Maxim. I'll hold that up so you can see that too. This is Festive Feet from Mary Maxim. This color is called Candy Cane Sparkle. And you can see the sparkle in there. So I have, a lot of this is Patton's Croy. Some of this came from a Mary Maxim mystery box. So I'll use this for heels and toes. And the other day I had a $10, in December, I had a $10 rewards from Joann's. So I bought 2 of Patton's Croy when it was on sale. And I wound up paying $2.06 for 2 skeins, which I thought was a very good deal. I will not be buying any more yarn. I have 2 more balls coming that I ordered in December, but like I said, I will not be ordering yarn. What you will be seeing this next year will come out of my totes. I have a lot of Bernat baby blanket and Bernat blanket to make blankets with. I have a lot of puzzle and puzzle shimmer to make blankets with. The puzzle is up here on this shelf that you can't really see. I have some mandala. I have 4 cakes of regular mandala to make that Life is Not a Race blanket. I have 3 and a partial of another cake in Happy of Mandala Ombre to make a granny square blanket. Because the last time I did that, it turned out really cute. I turned every time I got to the end of a round so that the granny square would be square. I do have 4 skeins of bitty stripes. I was thinking about making a sweater, and then I thought I really don't want to make a 3rd sweater this year. I kind of want to use that in a blanket, but I think what I want to do is just crochet strips and then join them so that with some black yarn, just, crochet them together, because I can do a strip and have those color changes with the stripes show up really nicely. And I think 4 strips will be wide enough for a blanket, and I can use the black in between. I have some big twist black, and I have 1 skein of black Super Saver that I can use, so I can use either of those. Probably I'll just use the black Super Saver because it'll have the same feel as the bitty stripes, although bitty stripes is a little softer in my opinion. So, like I said, if you want to comment below with what project you're working on, that would be appreciated. I do post my projects to Instagram, and then I document them on my Ravelry page. So look for Knitter CNY. That CNY stands for Central New York, if you've never been here before. I live in a Syracuse suburb, one of the northern suburbs near Oneida Lake. So I think that is good enough for today. We're at about 27 minutes, and I've talked your ear off. So like I said, if you like what you see and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I hope you have a great week. I may see you next weekend. It may be a couple of weeks until I see you, until I have content to show. So in the meantime, go knit or crochet something because it's good for your mental health.